You guys, welcome to the Hot as Fuck podcast. OMG. You guys, I'm so freaking excited to be here with you guys. I am so excited for this new chapter and this new era that I am stepping into. And I'm bringing you guys along with for the ride. And I want to invite you guys to step into your new chapter, your new era, whether that's when I'm recording this and releasing this, it's kind of perfect timing here because it is literally the end of the year 2024 when I'm recording this and kickstarting the Hot as Fuck podcast, the Hot as Fuck membership, the Hot as Fuck brand overall moving forward for myself and my people and my community. So we are kickstarting it at the beginning of 2025 in this new year. But when you're listening to this, if you are find me and find this, or you go, listen to all the episodes from 6 months from now, I want you to know that you get to decide and claim your hot as fuck era or your new chapter, your new era, whatever that is at any point in time. That could be on a fucking Tuesday. That could be in May. That could be in the middle of July. Okay. So whenever you hear this and listen, just know that's possible and that's available for you. It just happened to be an incredibly magical time that this happened at the end of a year to start a new year. And I will say it doesn't feel like quite coincidence because I'm also, and you're going to kind of hear this theme then in this Hot as Fuck podcast, but I'm also 39 years old. I'm going to be 40 next year in March. And I don't know about any of you guys. If you're in your late 30s, if you're in your early 40s, or if you remember that, if you're beyond that there's something that has shifted in me in this last year. Like, I don't even know how to describe it exactly. And I've talked to my girls who are about the same age. We're feeling the same thing where we're like, holy shit. It's like we had cold water dumped on us and we're like seeing things in life in a totally new light in multiple different areas and in multiple different ways. And so with that, I'm not just even thinking like this is the end of the year and I'm getting to start fresh with you guys with this hot as fuck moving forward. But I'm also literally where I'm at and in life is I'm finishing up a decade. I'm finishing up my 30s and about to enter my 40s in a brand new decade. And I am fucking stoked. I do not, when people are like, especially women, but I'm just saying in general, people have that midlife crisis and they're like in their late 30s, 40s, and they just feel like, and this is a part of why I am starting this podcast. So I'm just going to get into it. Is there's such this like connotation and there's such this like story and narrative around when we are heck in mid 30s, late 30s, 40, early 40s, 40s, 50s even. There's this narrative that like well, just put a fork in me, like that's it, we're done. And I do feel like that's especially as women where it's like, oh, well, had the kids and, if you got married or divorced by now, or if you've been single, like, well, just, chip chop, that's it, And I'm like, what the fuck? I do not understand that. And I'm here to eradicate that narrative. That is what we're doing just like a part of the vision and mission and the why behind this is I'm like, I'm not here for that. That's not my feeling about being 39 and 40. I feel like I'm just getting fucking started. I am like, I've gotten more compliments on my body and who I am in life in the last year, maybe than like ever before. Like, are you kidding? I'm just getting fucking started. Like I literally have said this in the last month or so, how I felt is like, you picture a gingerbread man. We're just past Christmas here. Like I'm in great shape right now. A lot of people would like die to be in the shape that I'm in, but I'm like, even where I'm at, I feel like I'm just barely like the toes colored in of a gingerbread man. Like I have all of that possibility and growth to look forward to in this next decade and beyond. Are you kidding me? Like I am stoked. I am lit the fuck up for my life right now. Like, oh, I want to say more than ever before, quite honestly, because I know myself more than ever before. And I've gotten to know myself this last year more than ever before. I feel like where it's all just come together. Like I said, that whole 30, when you turn 39 thing and you just like see things differently, I'm like, oh shit, I literally am going to die one day. Like, and you can feel like that's morbid or woof, like a little scary in that way. But I'm like, I'm like, holy, it was an eye-opening thing for me to be like, I literally am going to die one day. And if I'm halfway through my life or, you know, whatever, 2/3 of the way through, if I'm going to live beyond 100, but either way, it was just this very like realization and a lot of different things where when I reflected on this last decade, on this last year, I was like, no, I'm not going, like, I'm ready for fucking life more than ever before. I trust myself more than ever before. I'm listening to myself. I have my back. I'm not settling ever, 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 ever again. I'm speaking up for myself more than ever before. I'm showing up as myself. I'm asking myself that question most days. Who am I? Who am I? And I'm digging deeper and I'm letting more of myself shine and fly unapologetically and unleashed. And I want to offer that to you guys. That is what I am creating here with the Hot as Fuck podcast. And I'm going to share like what that's going to look like, some of the topics and themes you're going to see here. But in general, I just want to invite you into my story, where I'm at, why I'm here, why we're here, is I'm ready to eradicate that fucking narrative that because we're in our 30s, because we're in our 40s, and listen, if you're younger and listening to this, like, hello, good, you're already onto, not on that game. But that we are not done. We can do so much more than we think. And I'm going to say, and like, especially as us women and especially as mamas, there's also this like, as I've stepped more into my womanhood and my feminine side, it's like, oh shit. I see the parts of me I was covering up or I wasn't letting out to play or I was people pleasing. Like, and I've worked on many of these things already in the last few years, but it was just like glaring and being like, there's lines in the sand. And as I have become probably the most fit, one of the most fit that I've been in different ways this year, and people noticing, and like I'm not even trying, but just people noticing and being like, you have kids? Like, or saying like I look 10 years plus younger. And it's not anything that I've intentionally like quote unquote tried to do. I'm not putting on all the serums and spending hundreds of dollars on, my face and my hair and my body. And it's like, no. So I want to share with you guys the secrets, quote unquote. I want to let you in behind the scenes. I want to open up the fucking doors to my life and how I feel so alive, so energized. What has helped me to step into this next level of myself and how that then shows up being hot as fuck. Because, so let's talk about that. Like, what is hot as fuck, right? What does that mean? I mean, I think you guys already, like, that's what I love about this rebrand and this shift is hot as fuck is a vibe. Am I right, y'all? Am I right? It's a fucking attitude. It's a vibe. You just know what it is, right? We all, I feel like when I say that, when you guys see this, you're like, like, you know what that hot as fuck means to you, right? Right? Would somebody please DM me after you listen to this and let me know and give me an amen? Or if I post this podcast, give me a hands up. Let me know that you're like, yes, sister. And let me tell you what my hot as fuck is. I want to hear it. Okay. So we have that in our minds of like what that looks like. Can I just tell you guys too? So we're just like, because by the way, I'm going to do a whole podcast on my words of the year and where I'm at, but let's just get it out here now too. This year and moving forward, and even this podcast, this is about going deep. It's not just surface level, like, oh, like do this one little thing to be so fucking hot. Like it's a mindset first and foremost, right? That's so much more than the looks, but it's deep, right? I don't want any surface level shit. It's like, it's never been me. I'm a deep person. I want to know your goals. I want to know your dreams. I want to know your vision. I want to know what you're struggling with. I want to know your challenges to get there, or just in life in general. I want to, like, I'm that girl that, like, when, like, I could meet somebody, it's probably why I like ultra marathons for me. Like, I could meet you and we could talk for hours, and I want to, like, fucking hear your life story. And I want to hear the stuff. Not in a, like, whiny, complaining way where you're like, oh my God, poor me. But in a, like, this is some real shit. This is my life. And it's like, amen. And this is where I'm going. Amen. I want to go deep with you all. Okay. So this is what we're going to go deep here. This is about being real and raw like never before. Like the most vulnerable I will have ever been showing up on a podcast, in social media, in anything, anywhere. Like you are going to get the most raw, real, vulnerable, like all the stuff is going to come out here and with my guests. Intentional. This is intentional. So if you don't know and you're just finding me in the Hot as Fuck podcast, I had a podcast called The Ultra Life and had been leading a brand called The Ultra Life and The Ultra Life Coaching for the last couple of years. And I made a hard right pivot and rebrand to the Hot as Fuck life and the hottest, and helping people get hot as fuck. And it's intentional. It's intentional. The way that I got here is so intentional. And I literally journaled for hours, like on this pivot, and did so much reflection to be like, this is where I'm at, and talk to my ride or dies to come to this. So this is intentional, me being here and this podcast and the Hot as Fuck life. So all what you're going to get here is very intentional. Okay. And finally, unleashed. We are gonna fucking unleash here, you guys. Are you not like feeling that vibe already? This is not the podcast or the place to play small, to keep quiet, to meek down, do not speak up. This is a place where we fucking are wild, we are real, we are raw, we go for the fucking shit, we take risks, we fall on our face, we get muddy, we're in the arena, we are unleashed. We are not thinking about or planning about our goals and our visions. We are taking action today and every single week towards what we want. Okay. So we're going to get a little wild here. If you're like hype and lit listening to this and feeling the vibe, amen. I am so freaking happy to have you here, brothers and sisters. Let's fucking go. Okay. So that's the vibe. So hot as fuck, back to what that is. So yeah, absolutely. Like we have that vision, right? Oh, that's what I was going to share with you guys. Is what mine is. So I'm currently working on gaining 10 pounds of muscle. And within that, what I haven't shared publicly with most people is like, I'm looking to double the size of my ass. That is a part. I want to be one of the thickest, strongest, fastest female ultra runners out there. And I may even have a pivot for my ultra running. I want to do HYROX races this next year for sure. So maybe it's that as a HYROX hybrid competitor and athlete. Either way, that is my goal. Regardless, I want to put on 10 pounds of muscle. I'm ready to be so fucking strong, thick, like I'm here for it. So that is part of what I see my vision right now for being hot as fuck. Y'all, just so you know, that was not my vision like a year ago, or even for sure not beyond that. I wanted to start lifting weights about a year ago and thought about it and was like, okay, but I hadn't fully seen the vision and declared it like I am now. But 2 years ago, I nowhere would you have seen like I wanted to gain 10 pounds of muscle. Right? So knowing that already, I just want you guys to hear and see what hot as fuck means to you, whether that's in your body, in your purpose, in your work, just like I just made this pivot, in your relationships, y'all, whatever that looks like to you, your style. Oof, my style, you guys, we'll have to have some funsies with this as we do the hot as fuck journey. But if we looked at me like 10 years ago, 5 years ago, hell, even 4 years ago, even 2 years ago, like my style has changed dramatically. And I would say almost the last 2 years it's changed, it's tweaked even more so each year in the last year. Like where I'm almost like grossed out by some of the pieces. Like for example, I'm just kind of ranting and sharing with you guys here. When I separated from my ex-husband for over 4 years ago, 4.5 years ago, I went into this super feminine white and pink were like my colors. I was like light and bright and like this freedom and lightness and just like I could do me and just, have my house be like what I wanted it to look like, my style. And so I was like white and pink to like express that, right? Do you guys know what I'm talking about when you have these colors and these styles that come to you for the season that you're in? And if you don't, ooh, girl, boy, we are going to be getting deep and dirty and getting into it, okay? And now it's like almost the opposite. I am in my like bad bitch era, as you could tell, with a hot as fuck membership and brand moving forward. But my colors are black, like black on black on black. Of course, there's some other neutrals in there, but it's a lot more neutrals. It's my brand colors, the neon yellow, the greens, but very much a black. I'm like, my white car right now, I'm like, that needs to go. I need my black car with my black rims. I'm like all that. So my black jacket, So my style and my colors has changed dramatically over the last 10 years, 5 years, 4 years, last year even, right? So, okay, now I kind of got off where I was at there. Okay, so the hot as fuck life, it's not just about your body though, right? It's about these other components that make up a hottest, like being hot as fuck in the world. So yes, it's your looks, and we're absolutely going to talk about that, whatever that is for you, brothers and sisters. Okay, this is not for me to decide. This is not for society to decide. It's not for your partner to decide how you should look. This is how you, what's hot as fuck to you. And then it's about your mindset, right? So we're going to talk about your mindset a lot here, because if you do not feel hot as fuck, if on the inside you're saying to yourself like, oh God, I'm just so shabby and blah, like I have no energy. And if like those are your thoughts and more things like that on repeats, I'm not going in, what am I doing with my life? Blah, blah, blah. That's not hot as fuck, right? I don't care how you look. That's not going to come off hot as fuck. So hot as fuck is a lifestyle. It's a way of being that includes however you look, right? What that is for you. That includes your mindset. It includes your style. It includes your environment. What is a hot as fuck office, bedroom, car, house look like? We're going to talk about that. Your environment matters. We're going to talk about your purpose, your hot as fuck purpose. If you are dragging ass in the world and you're like hating going to work every day, or your business, and you're just like, you're totally burnt out and overwhelmed or whatever it is, if you're just like, or you're stuck in it and you're just like, oh, that's not hot as fuck, right? That doesn't have us feeling that way. So we get to talk about that. We're going to talk about that, how that fucking makes us feel alive and energized. Like if you can feel that from me, how I'm feeling about being here with you guys in this hot as fuck rebrand, right? I feel fucking alive. Like legitimately, you guys. I went to bed because I was tired last night. I don't think I'd stayed up too late the night before. I usually don't. I went to bed at like 9:00. Pretty normal time for me. I'm usually tired at the end of the night because I get up early most days at 5 or 6 a.m. And I woke up like could not go to sleep. It was like 12:30. It was not even that late. 12:30 midnight. And I have this rule about myself now. that if I wake up in the middle of the night, if I can't go back to sleep in the next like 15, 20 minutes, then I just get up and I'm like, okay, God, got you. Like, this is your gift to me to say, I'm giving you this energy. I'm giving you all of these hours and time to get after it. So I'm like, oop, got it. Thank you. Going for it. So I've been up since 1 a.m. and it is 10:40. And here I am, still energized as fuck. How is that possible? It's because I'm lit up for my life. I'm lit up for the work that I'm doing to be here with you guys. And I'm not saying I'm going to do this every day. I'm sure I'm going to pass out tonight or take a nap later. But do you guys get what I'm putting down? Right? That energy is hot as fuck when you love your life and you love what you're doing. So we're going to talk about that and have guests on that. We're going to talk about your self-care, your sleep. What does hot as fuck self-care look like? Let's get into that, from whether it's to makeup, to hair, to the lotion, like the things, self-care for you, taking actual white space and time for yourself, like not just being a mom or a business owner or a partner, right? Not just take care of everybody else. Anybody? So we're going to talk about all of those things and more, you guys. I just want to give you like the taste of what that looks like and what we're going to be doing here. Okay. So with that being said, welcome truly to the Hot as Fuck podcast and lifestyle. So I'm going to be sharing with you guys my solo episodes and tips and tools for you, like giving you the insights. I'm going to be going behind the scenes with with my goals and what I'm working on. So you can like legitimately hear like play by play what that looks like living the hottest fuck life, like as I go about my journey and vision, right? And you're going to hear from some amazing guests. OMG, you guys. I am so freaking excited for some of our January guests. Sneak peek, Miss Brie Kane is going to be coming on. I will drop her link in the show notes already so you can start to get to know her. Bridget is going to be coming on. She is the queen of Freedom Queen Live, the conference I went to this past fall with 400 badass, incredible women business owners. Whew, that was hot. That was hot. So you guys, and so much more, but those are the first two that I'm just like, oof, y'all get ready. We're going to go deep. We're going to fucking unleash. We're going to be unapologetic. We're going to have some fun. And we're going to be so intentional about what we're doing here with your life, with your goals, with your vision. Okay. So I'm so excited to have you guys here. And please, I want this first episode too to be an invitation to message me, to connect with me, right? I'm talking about going deep here and being intentional. This doesn't have to just be like the podcast that you listen to and then like we never actually connect. So come find me on Instagram if we are not connected already, or if we are and we just haven't chatted yet. I'm at Samantha Nivens. My last name is Nivens. It's just at Samantha Nivens. Come find me. And whether it's this episode and you're just like, oh, I'm here for it, girlfriend, I'm ready. If it's a future episode, I want to hear from you guys. Okay. So let's connect. That's like the main place that I'm hanging out and connect, that or Facebook, honestly. And then secondly, I also want to give you guys this because literally it's launching right now. The doors open January 1st to the Hot as Fuck membership. So I have to let you guys know. So, because the first 10 members that get in, the first 10 women. So just side note here, you guys, the Hot as Fuck membership is for women only. And that is so truly, we're going to be talking about all things in there, and it gets a little deeper into just being all about women. So that's what the Hot as Fuck membership is for that deep, intentional, unleashed woman who wants to get hot as fuck over the next year together and have that kind of sisterhood and community. Kings, if you are listening to this and you are like, you want to get hot as fuck too, you absolutely can. Right now, the only way to do that with me as a king is to work with me one-on-one. So I just wanted to lay that out there. But you guys, the Hot as Fuck membership literally opens January 1, 2025. Okay. Oof. This is like, I'm so spicy hot excited for this. And the first 10 women, the OG members that join by January 31st, you guys are going to get a bonus of $2,000 off of the original rate, which brings it down to $3,000 for 12 months of this membership. Y'all, that is a freaking steal for what you're going to get. And I'm going to put the link in the show notes for that. And this is all the features. And I will most likely do a separate episode on just the membership alone. But I have to let you guys know about like this special bonus that's available because it's only available to the first 10 women that join. So if you're hearing this and there's still time for that, then it's $3,000 pay in full or $300 a month for 12 months to be in the Hot as Fuck membership, where you're going to get weekly coaching calls from myself. We have a Hot in Here celebration call once a month where we're just going to fucking flaunt our shit and our wins and talk about how badass we are and what we're doing going towards our goals. It's just a fucking like, it's hot in there show where we get to share all the things. You get the obviously private community and sisterhood of being with these other incredible powerhouse women that are saying yes to themselves and saying, I'm fucking going for this. I'm going to change my life. Yeah. And you get concierge coaching. I will have a separate Telegram channel where you can literally like get coaching essentially on demand Monday through Thursday. What? That is something that I don't know of anybody else that does that, honestly. It's something I would like to have. So I've created this offer from all the different spaces and coaches that I've gotten. And I'm like, this is going to be the fucking shit. I want my people to feel so supported. I want it to feel like an over delivering absolute, there's no fucking way you don't take on and become a hot as fuck woman in this membership. No way. Not in my world. So I'm putting up all the bumper guards to be like, no, there's tracking and accountability. You fill out a form when you join with your goals and with your vision. And then every single week, you're going to get that form to be able to fill out as little or as much as you want with where you're at. And then every month, we're going to have an actual evaluation call. So there's no hiding, like there's built-in accountability. I want to know where you are at and what you are doing, what results you are getting, or if you're not getting them and what we need to do to pivot and change. Like we're showing up here. We are fucking showing up and getting shit done and making shit happen here. That's a hot as fuck woman. That's a hot as fuck king if you're working with me one-on-one. So you guys, that is just a real quick snippet of the Hot as Fuck membership. So if you are interested in that, and you can join anytime after January too. It will just be the full price of $5,000 for 12 months or $500 a month for 12 months. That's $5,000 pay in full for the 12 months, right? Or $500 a month for 12 months total, right? Each month. So if you guys want to be one of the OG members, or when you're listening to this, you want to come on, you're just like, yes, please, no matter what, there's going to be a link in the show notes. Okay. I'm so excited, you guys. Welcome to the fucking hottest year of your life in 2025. I feel that. I know that in my bones. It's literally going to be one of the, almost makes me like emotional. It's literally going to be one of the best years of my life. I feel that so deeply. And I want that for you all. I want you to make 2025 and beyond, but 2025, I want that to be one of the best years of your life that you look back on and you remember. It was so pivotal because you decided to say yes to you and change your life. Whew. Okay. I love you guys, and I will see you again soon.